welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Valerie. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos. I'm so sorry I keep uploading my videos late. I will try and I know every time I say I'll try, but I will really try to make sure that I upload on time. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island Season 8, Episode 22. There's way too many episodes to remember. I think I must slowly build my previous episode as episode 20 instead of 21. Anyway, because this episode was all over the place, I normally try and review couples, but then okay, I'll review couples and then I'll review the incidents that happen and then we'll see how we go at the end. Anyway, with Danica's paired with Jax. We barely saw them interact. It's sad. We really didn't see anything of Danica. And I think Danica's drawn the short straw. I've said this before, in the sense that the producers are just keeping her there just as a body that's in the villa so that they can keep account of how many people are there. But they're not giving her the screen time. Neither are they giving her the opportunities to sort of develop herself, which is really sad because when she came in, she had a great entrance, but things have just gone downhill from the time they set her up, getting her to sort of go for a coupling within less than 24 hours. And then she's now settled with Jax. And it's really sad for Danica that she's not getting as much opportunity as everybody else. Jax was more interested in chasing Paige. He threw a tantrum. And he tried to play it cool by encouraging Paige to have conversations with Jay. And now that he sees something develop, he's now in his feelings. But hey, that's him. And then Dami and India, we barely saw anything of them. If anything, we actually saw more of Dami than we did of India, because Dami was sort of mediator and whatever, having conversations with everybody else, and India was sort of just in the background, which I don't get why they do that. I think they need to try and find a way whereby everybody gets a few minutes in every episode, instead of only picking a number of people that they focus on. I think it would make more sense for the audience and allow for these people to connect with the audience. That way, if they do go for voting, then they will get the votes that they need. Anyway, that's just me. Paige and Jay, Jay's just pulling a rock up a hill. He's not going to be able to win Paige over. I think it's too late. I think Jax has already laid the groundwork, so there's no opportunity for him. I know in the end she ended up telling him the truth. The third bit is Jay is his own worst enemy, in the sense that he came into the villa, tried to be all macho and tell everybody's not here for friendship, he's after a relationship, and ran after Ekin-su because she showed him interest. And he closed off a lot of doors behind him. And when he realized his relationship with Ekin-su wasn't working, he tried to turn around and sort of see who else was in the villa. And by that time, people had coupled. And the sad bit is, he hasn't paid any attention to the girls that are single. Instead, he's gone after who he was. I think he should not have pursued Paige. I think he should have pursued either Antigone, or he should have pursued Danica, because they're both single and he had more opportunity, and Antigone showed him that she was interested in him. But I think he's got this thing of wanting to go after girls that are not available to him. And so now Paige is going to go back to Jax and is going to be left with no one. So I don't know how that will end. I can foresee, if there's an elimination for guys, I can foresee Jay going. Or if there's an elimination for girls, I can foresee Danica going. But that's just me. And then from there, Charlie and Ekin-su. Apart from working out, we didn't really see anything of them. I think Charlie's hope was still on pursuing Tash. And it's a pity that Tash has told him that, she's no longer interested in pursuing. She's no longer sort of having conversations with him because she's content with Andrew. I still think Andrew is a safety blanket, but I think, if anything else, I think people are very closed when they go into the villa. They see someone and they focus on that person, instead of sort of, maybe they don't want to be seen as playing the game by going after so many people. But I think they should be open to conversations and tell people, I'm not saying we're romantically linked, I just want to get to know you better. That's just my opinion. And sadly, this is how Charlie and Jay are going to end up going home, because they focused on people and didn't get to know anybody else. I will repeat, Antigone and Danica were single, but they went after girls in relationships. Hey. And then Davide and Antigone, they seemed fine, though we didn't see anything really of them. We didn't see anything. All we saw was them in the background, and we saw more of Davide having conversations with Jay than we did anything else. Um, anyway, um, so there are a couple of incidents that I feel the need to talk about. Davide, yes, he was upset by what Ekin-su did to him, but I think he really was starting to develop feelings for her. So when she did that, it shut him off, and this is why he's now behaving towards the other girls that come into the villa the way he is. He's now standoffish because he doesn't want to open himself up and be hurt. And so Davide did have the conversation with Jay, and Jay was sort of trying to ask Davide if he would be interested in revisiting his relationship with Ekin-su. And he said, my relationship with her is closed. And I think if Ekin-su was really serious about Davide, she would stop playing games. But she won't stop playing games because she keeps trying to cause drama around the villa. So I don't see them either working out at all. And then Ekin-su. Ekin-su was at the center of the biggest drama in this episode, in the sense that Dami and Gemma were joking and sort of playing I can read minds and stuff. And then Dami made predictions that anyone could have made those same predictions, because you can tell that Luca is more into Gemma than Gemma is into Luca. And this is very obvious, even Stevie Wonder can see this. And so, of all the things that Dami said, Ekin-su then ran to Jax, because she knows that Jax is Gemma's ex and he's friends with Luca and Paige, and sort of said what was said. And they then, Paige took it back to Gemma and Jax took it to Luca, which I can understand them wanting to be loyal to their friends, but also at the same time it's just creating more drama. And I have to give it to Gemma, because for the first time, I think I've gradually seen that she's acting more mature than Ekin-su, who's one of the oldest girls in the villa, and it doesn't make sense. And it's the truth. They're going to this villa with the intention of having conversations with people and most likely being able to have connections with a lot of people, but eventually ending up with one person, according to my understanding of the show. And so I don't get why Luca was upset. I understand, it was second-hand information and everything wasn't explained to him, but at the same time, he has to be honest with himself. He can't seriously think, with the way Gemma treats him and behaves towards him, that she's not going to turn her head when anybody else that's better than him comes in. He's already seen signs when she told him about, when I get home, I want to be alone, and he was sort of asking, can I come with you to your horses? And she was like, no, I want to be on my own the first time I ride my horse. That should have been a red flag for him, but he kept pushing it and pushing it. So I don't see why he's suddenly aggrieved that she said that, she might be open to getting to know other people. And so I didn't get all that drama. I have to give it to Dami, though, because he was willing to stand by his word and willing to stand by Gemma, because he felt Ekin-su was wrong. And Ekin-su's behavior since Amber left has sort of set to vindicate Amber, because Amber said Ekin-su was playing games. Ekin-su was playing games, and people said, "Oh no, Amber shouldn't." But Amber was right to say it, because Ekin-su is playing games, and you could see from the slight comments that she was making in her confessional that she knew what she had done was wrong, but she was doing it just for the drama. And that way, I think Ekin-su is trying to find a way of staying in the villa by either relationship or by causing drama, because the producers will say, if we send her home, then the show is going to be boring. So she'll do anything and everything to make sure that she stays in the villa. That's just my opinion. And then Paige, Jax, and Jay. Well, Jay now knows that, Paige is set with Jax, and so he should have known it before he even attempted to go down that road. He gave her a kiss, realized, oh my God, I lost something, and it's too late. And now it's even too late for him, in my opinion, to go back to sort of, maybe Antigone will give him a shot, I don't know, or even to go to Danica, because he ignored them, he knew they were single, and ran after someone who was in a relationship who had just come out of the hideaway. And I don't know what he thought, that suddenly she would turn around and say, okay, fine, you're the man for me, and this is what we're going to do. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't make sense to me why he did that. So Jax was in his feelings. I know I encouraged this, but now I feel I opened up to her and she needs... And it's like, you thought, you were all that, and now you've realized that there is a possibility that she'll move on. That's why you're throwing a tantrum. It's not because she is having conversations, but you're now worried that she's going to have a better connection and that the other guy is a better guy than you. That's why you're crying and you're all in your feelings and stuff. And I think it was partly that Paige liked Jax and partly guilt. I think, in my opinion, that's why she ended up breaking it off with Jay. I don't know. We'll see how that relationship goes. We'll see how far that relationship goes, but I don't know. I thought they were a sure thing, but I think it's the cracks are starting to show and the red flags are starting to show. I didn't like how Jax handled the whole thing. I think he should have just taken a step back, waited for Paige to do whatever, and just said to himself, "What's for me is for me. What's not is not." But instead, he pushed to make sure that Paige didn't pursue anything with Jay. I don't know. And then Tash and Andrew. Tash, I've said this from my initial reviews that Tash is using Andrew as a safety blanket. I think Tash has noticed that and Charlie is not 100% into pursuing her, and because he's not 100% in pursuing her, she's now concerned that if they have another recoupling, she'll be left out in the open, and so she's gone back to her safety blanket and will stay there. And she says, at the moment, I'm tunnel visioned. And those are the key words that Andrew should be looking at. She's not saying I'm tunnel visioned until we leave. She says at the moment, which means if somebody else comes in and pays her attention, she is going to turn her head. So I don't get why Andrew was very keen on saying, okay, yeah, that's fine, let's continue. I think he should have said to her, we need to take a break. They should have taken a break, whether it's a rush break where someone cheats during the break or whatever. But they should have taken a break and moved on and tried with other people. And if it didn't work, then they would have come back to each other, knowing that we have actually tried. But I think Andrew's allowing himself to be used by Tash, and it's really sad to see. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.